the world is changing. As the US modernizes its nuclear arsenal, China is quietly expanding its capabilities. Once a minor player, China is now on a path to achieve nuclear parity with the US. Satellite imagery and intelligence reports confirm this rapid buildup. China seeks to reshape the global order, and its nuclear ambitions are central to this goal. The global security architecture built on American nuclear dominance is being tested. Alliances are strained, and the risk of conflict is growing. The world is entering a new and uncertain nuclear age. At the center of this transformation is China's nuclear ambition. The implications are profound. The balance of nuclear power is shifting. The global power dynamic is being redefined by China's rise. This is about more than military might, it's about economics, technology, and influence. China is investing heavily in advanced technologies and expanding its reach. Its nuclear buildup is a means to secure its interests and project power globally. With a nuclear arsenal rivaling the US, China will shape the future world order. The world is entering a period of heightened risk and uncertainty. The old rules no longer apply. The stakes have never been higher. China's nuclear ambitions challenge long-held assumptions about power and security. The US, once the world's sole superpower, faces a new reality. Its ability to shape events is being challenged. The world is no longer unipolar. This new multipolar world is more complex and unpredictable. The risk of conflict is higher. The future of the international order hangs in the balance. The rivalry between the US and China will shape this future.
The US faces a sobering reality. Its nuclear arsenal is aging, while China's capabilities are modernizing. America's arsenal, largely a legacy of the Cold War, relies on decades-old technology.
In contrast, China's modernization is characterized by speed and cutting-edge technology. China is developing new generations of missiles and bombers designed to evade defenses. This is not just about catching up, it's about surpassing the US in key areas. Chinese strategists are leveraging advances in technology to create a more resilient deterrent. This shift is changing the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region. The implications are profound.
China's nuclear modernization is advancing rapidly, outpacing the US.
The US faces bureaucratic inertia and cost overruns, while China moves forward with urgency.
The US modernization program has been plagued by delays and escalating costs.
China, unburdened by such constraints, is investing heavily and reaping the rewards. This efficiency allows China to field new capabilities at an alarming rate.
As China closes the gap, it will assert itself more forcefully in regional disputes. US allies may begin to question the credibility of US security guarantees. This erosion of trust could destabilize the region.
The erosion of America's nuclear advantage reflects a deeper shift in global power.
The US benefited from unrivaled dominance after the Soviet Union's collapse. This era is drawing to a close.
The rise of China is creating a more multipolar world. This new reality presents challenges and opportunities for the US.
The US must adapt to a more contested global landscape. This requires reassessing strategic priorities and forging new alliances. A renewed commitment to diplomacy is essential.
The B-52 bomber, older than its pilots, embodies this technological time warp. Maintaining these relics is a logistical nightmare. The infrastructure designed to ensure America's nuclear deterrent is a patchwork of aging systems. This is a ticking time bomb threatening US national security. The submarines face similar challenges with parts sourced from naval graveyards. The Minuteman III missiles rely on outdated technology. America's nuclear triad is crumbling from within. Deferred maintenance has created a dangerous illusion of strength.
The Pentagon's nuclear modernization program faces spiraling costs.
The ground-based strategic deterrent program's cost has ballooned before deployment.
The Columbia-class submarine program is behind schedule and over budget. These delays create a dangerous capability gap.
Even successful programs like the B-21 bomber face challenges. Delays and complexities threaten the program's effectiveness. The modernization effort is struggling to keep pace with the problems. The costs are spiraling out of control. The stakes could not be higher. A credible nuclear deterrent is essential to prevent large-scale conflict. If modernization efforts falter, it risks emboldening adversaries. The consequences of failure would be catastrophic. The future of America's nuclear deterrent hangs in the balance. The shortage of plutonium pits highlights this challenge. Addressing decay within existing systems is proving difficult and costly. The challenges facing America's nuclear modernization are symptomatic of a larger crisis.
The American nuclear umbrella in the Asia-Pacific is under strain.
China's modernization undermines America's ability to project power.
This shift has not gone unnoticed by America's allies. In Japan, there are calls for a more assertive defense posture.
The situation in Taiwan is even more precarious.
Doubts are growing about America's willingness to defend Taiwan. This uncertainty emboldens China and raises anxieties in the region. The nuclear umbrella is showing signs of strain. Section 2: Calculated escalation, China's regional power play.
China's nuclear ambitions are inextricably linked to its broader strategic goals in the Asia-Pacific. By developing a credible nuclear deterrent, China aims to deter the United States from intervening in regional conflicts, effectively giving Beijing a free hand to assert its dominance.
This strategy of calculated escalation is evident in China's increasingly assertive actions in the South China Sea. Despite international condemnation, China has built artificial islands and militarized disputed territories, claiming sovereignty over a vast swathe of strategically vital waters. While the United States has conducted freedom of navigation operations in the region, it has so far been unwilling to risk a direct military confrontation with China.
China's nuclear modernization is a key enabler of this assertiveness. By raising the stakes of a potential conflict, China aims to create a chilling effect on US decision-making, making it less likely that Washington would intervene militarily to defend its allies or interests.
This strategy is not without risks. By pushing the boundaries of acceptable behavior, China risks provoking a backlash from the United States and its allies, potentially leading to an escalation spiral that neither side can control. However, from Beijing's perspective, the potential rewards of establishing regional hegemony outweigh the risks of confrontation. Section 3: A region adrift, the domino effect of nuclear uncertainty.
The shifting nuclear balance in the Asia-Pacific has profound implications for the entire region. Countries are reassessing their security arrangements, leading to potential instability.
One concerning consequence is the potential for nuclear proliferation. Nations like Japan and South Korea may develop their own nuclear weapons. This could trigger a regional arms race with unpredictable consequences.
The erosion of American credibility is leading to a realignment of alliances. Countries are hedging their bets, strengthening ties with China while maintaining alliances with the United States. This creates a complex web of relationships that could unravel in a crisis.
The future of the Asia-Pacific region hangs in the balance. Will it be defined by cooperation and stability or by competition and conflict? The answer depends on how the United States and China manage their rivalry. At the heart of this rivalry lies the question of nuclear dominance. Section 1, Scenario 1, Strategic Parity, a new balance of terror.
Imagine a world where the familiar contours of American nuclear dominance have faded, replaced by a tense equilibrium. This is the essence of strategic parity, a scenario where China, through meticulous planning and relentless expansion, achieves a nuclear arsenal capable of matching the United States blow for blow. This isn't about warm, fuzzy feelings of equality. It's about cold, hard calculations of destructive potential.
In this scenario, China strategically positions itself as a nuclear equal, not a superior. They field approximately 1,500 strategic nuclear weapons, a force capable of reaching every corner of the United States. But their true advantage lies in the 200 non-strategic nuclear weapons designed for regional conflicts. These weapons, a constant threat in the background of any dispute, are the sharp teeth behind China's newfound assertiveness.
The impact on Asia would be immediate and profound. American security guarantees, once ironclad, would ring hollow in the face of China's nuclear might. Countries like Japan and South Korea, accustomed to American protection, would find themselves caught between two nuclear-armed giants, forced to navigate a treacherous new reality.
This scenario wouldn't be a comfortable stalemate. It would be a perpetual powder keg. The risk of miscalculation, of a regional conflict spiraling into a global nuclear exchange, would hang over every diplomatic encounter, every military exercise, every tense standoff in the South China Sea. Section 2, Scenario 2, Nuclear Advantage, the Dragon's Shadow lengthens. Strategic parity represents a form of restraint, a recognition that mutual destruction is a game with no winners. But what if China's ambitions extend beyond mere equality? What if they seek to surpass the United States, to establish themselves as the preeminent nuclear power? This is the chilling prospect of Scenario 2, Nuclear Advantage. Section 3, Scenario 3, Global Primacy. A new world order takes shape. The most unsettling scenario isn't just about China achieving nuclear superiority, it's about them using that superiority to reshape the world in their image. This is the spectre of global primacy, a future where China's nuclear arsenal eclipses not only the United States, but all other nuclear powers combined.
In this scenario, China amasses a nuclear arsenal of unprecedented size and sophistication. Their strategic arsenal balloons to 2,000 warheads, capable of overwhelming any defense. Their non-strategic arsenal, numbering 2,500, gives them an unparalleled ability to dictate terms in any regional conflict. They aren't just playing the game, they're rewriting the rules.
This transformation wouldn't be limited to the nuclear realm. China's economic might, coupled with their mastery of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and quantum computing, would solidify their position as the world's leading power. The international system, built on the foundations of American dominance, would crumble, replaced by a new order with China at its apex.
The implications for the United States and its allies would be staggering. The global security architecture, painstakingly constructed over decades, would lie in ruins. Alliances would fracture, replaced by uneasy accommodations with a dominant China. The world would enter uncharted territory, facing a future defined by the ambitions of a single, all-powerful state.
Section 1. The shifting tides of nuclear power. The world stands at the precipice of a new nuclear age. China's rapid nuclear growth reshapes global security. This is a clear and present danger. The US struggles to modernize its arsenal while China sprints ahead.
The implications are profound. The nuclear umbrella in Asia is being tested. Allies are forging closer ties with Beijing. The old certainties are gone.
The stakes could not be higher. A nuclear-armed China will reshape the geopolitical landscape. The rules-based international order could collapse. The spectre of nuclear proliferation looms large.
This is not a future preordained. The choices we make today will determine the future. The question is how the US will respond. Will we rise to meet this challenge, or will we succumb to complacency and inaction?
Section 2. A call to action, charting a course through dangerous waters. The path ahead is fraught with peril, but the United States cannot afford indecision. The time for complacency is over. We must confront this challenge head-on, with bold action and unwavering determination to preserve peace and security.
We must revitalize our nuclear deterrent and modernize our systems. Engage China in dialogue on strategic stability. Strengthen our alliances and partnerships in the Asia-Pacific. The time for action is now.